Sparta Nation. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How are you? Got my notes here. Okay, we're in a different space. We're always in a different space. Trying to find a space that will be the quietest, the best. So today, you're in my bedroom. You are in my bedroom with me. You don't need to see the rest of it because it's not always very clean. But here we are. So I'm going to tag my friends as I ask you to do always. And come on, let's chat. I'm tagging all my friends. Okay, you know the drill. Come on, tag your teammates. And then we've got some stuff to talk about. Let me get my light. There we go. Okay. So there is some work going on outside my house. I hope that it doesn't disturb us. We're having a little bit of landscaping work done. So you might hear that, which also means you might hear my dogs, but that's why I came upstairs into my bedroom where I can also shut the door. So we're going to cross our fingers. And I've got some notes here. I've got couple areas that I want to chit chat with you on about today. So we're going to dive right in. As you come on, please tag your teammates. Please tag your friends. Please tag your coaches. Please tag your people as you come on. We're going to dive right in. This Tuesday, we've got like 3 or 4 little topics that I want to touch base with you on. And as we head into quarter 4, so we started quarter 1, a little breakdown. We started quarter 1 with Facebook Lives in the team page every day. Every day. And we continued that into quarter 2 because we were in a pandemic, and we continued the Facebook Lives every day. So from January through June, you got me live in the team page every single day. And while that was fun some days and I don't know, just so important, so important a lot of days, it also didn't always create independent CEOs. So in quarter 3, I've been trying to find the sweet space, the balance there between you don't need me every single day. That is way too much JV. But you don't not need the connection that we have at all, right? So where's the sweet space here? And I think that sweet space is 2-ish times a week live in the team page. You let me know as you come on if you think that feels right for you. I think every day is a lot. Like, didn't y'all get so sick of me all the time, like up in your business? Quarter 1 and quarter 2 were that, and then quarter 3 has been figuring out what feels good to you and to me, because we have to keep our own cup filled. And we have to keep our own oxygen mask on. And if we're always pouring out, at some point the cup is empty and there's nothing to pour from, right? And that quarter 3 was that. How do I navigate this? And quarter 4 is finding that sweet space of pouring into you, keeping my own cup full so that I can pour into you. And I think that feels good, maybe 2 times a week to be live in here. Otherwise, you're just over me and you don't even listen anymore. But here's what else I want to make sure that you're hearing on this. This is what leadership is. This is what a journey of coaching is. It is taking a look at what we've done, assessing, evaluating, learning, growing, adjusting, tweaking. It's also not just coaching, it's life. It's life. That's, if we are simply moving through life, checking the boxes, which I'm going to talk about later, what are we going to do? We're going to get to the end of our life and go, check, it's more than that. It should be bigger than that. And if I'm just showing up in a Facebook Live to check the box, I showed up in a Facebook Live, or we're just doing anything in our business, anything in our life to check a box, and we're not taking the time to assess and evaluate if it's really working for us, we're missing the opportunity of life, not just this business. So looking back at quarter one and quarter two, and some of how I led and some of how I showed up, has given me opportunity to assess and evolve and adjust. And how do I want to show up now? And how do I want to show up for you? How do I want to show up for me, for my family, for this team, and for the team that we will be in 2021, 2022, and 12 years from now, So as we navigate into quarter four, which starts on Thursday, think about this strange, surreal year and use it to learn and to grow and to assess. I'm going to ask you 3 questions at the end of this too, and you're going to see it on my social media tomorrow because I heard them today. I think they're just too powerful not to share. But let's get into the 3 or 4 topics that I have. Number 1, 30-day breakaway. So also, y'all, I have the magic notebook back out. So I'm serious about this Facebook Live because I have the magic notebook out. The master plan is back out with my notes today. So number 1, 30-day breakaway. So far, this team, Sparta Nation, has had 2 opportunities to hear from Idalis live on our special team call, and then last night on the Slay Squad call. And not only did you hear from Idalis last night, but you heard from members of the test group and their experiences. If at this point you are not understanding, embracing, processing, convinced, for a lack of a better word, although I don't love that word, that this program is for you, that this program is for everyone, and that you need to be talking about this program, then you need to go back and watch those calls again. Listen to Idalis share about what she has created and how it came to be, her journey to this point, what it feels like to be the first bilingual, the first Latina super trainer that we have. Y'all, we're breaking ground with these workouts. We broke ground with Mes Damas and that bilingual program. We are breaking ground with this running program designed, implemented, and brought into the world by our first Latina super trainer. Like, this is a big freaking deal. And as women in this business, we need to be amplifying and elevating every single female trainer that comes into being, especially those of color right now. And I mean, Idalis and her story and her credentials and her knowledge and the fact that she's created this program, it is just everything. So you've had 2 opportunities so far to hear from her live. You also have a plethora of training tools in our Coach Online office. So if you're still not sure about the program, you've got tons of tools in your Coach Online office. You have multiple tools in Beachbody On Demand, including the sampler audio run, the sample workout, a Meet Idalis video. And it's all also in Spanish. So she's not just recording 1 video, she's recording 2. So you've got multiple tools in your Coach Online office. We have several tools in Beachbody On Demand. We've listened to her twice. She's talked extensively about how this doesn't have to be simply a running program, that just like I do, I walk the runs. I showed that last week on my Instagram story, and I've talked about it before, and I try to make sure I say that every time she talks too, because she's such a fervent advocate of it. Maybe you're on the bike for the runs, or you're walking the runs, or you're on an elliptical for the runs due to whatever reasons that might be. I hope it's not just because you're afraid of running, because if you're afraid of running and you don't run because you're afraid of something, then that mindset translates into everything else in your life. Because what if you tackled the thing that you are afraid of? What if you did? Could that then transcend into every part of your life? I was a little afraid to do a Shanti workout when I got asked to be in the Insanity Max 30 test group. And then I did it. And we became a Superstar Diamond team. It's funny how fitness transcends the workout and actually bleeds over into your life if you let it. So if you're a little bit afraid of running, then guess what? This program was put into your life for a reason. The universe is saying, hello, here you go. Why don't you address the fears that you have around getting uncomfortable and trying something new through this workout? So I encourage you to not just try it for yourself, but be messaging it, because you may not know who is in your ecosystem who's a runner and who's just craving something to help them be a better runner. My husband and I were talking about it last night because he was home when I was watching the call, and I said, do you remember when we ran our first half marathon? I just went on like Running Magazine, Runners Magazine, and found some training programs and just made stuff up. He went to the cross country coach where we were. Where were we? Were we in Pennsylvania then? Were we in Wisconsin? We were in Wisconsin. He went to the cross country coach at where we were at Carroll College, where he was coaching, and said, "Can I have a program?" Like, we just made it up. We didn't have a running coach. We weren't doing any kind of strength training to make us better runners. We just made it up as we went along, kind of, and ran this half marathon together. And then I went on and ran, I think I've run 4 or so, several 10Ks and whatever. So I used to be a runner until my niece said, "No, you are no longer a runner because you hurt yourself and then you didn't do anything about it." Well, why did I hurt myself? Probably because I didn't have a running coach to train me properly. Well, now we do. Now we do. So what if we take this 30-day program and use it to truly break free of all these incredible, limiting beliefs that we have, to put into place some new beliefs about ourselves, some new beliefs about our actual power and not what's holding us back, but what actually we can do. And we share that with other people. And we advocate that if they don't want to run, they can walk. Because you know what happened in the sample workout when Idala said, "Okay, now we're going to go faster on my treadmill"? I just walked faster. I didn't run. I just walked faster. So what a cool workout program this is, because running and walking, I mean, really, it's something you can do for the rest of your life. And did you know that one of the key factors in living to be over 100 are daily walks? So again, for those people that you have in your life who may not be runners, marry them with this program, because maybe they're walkers and now they get some amazing strength training along with Idalis's mindset training. And then if they don't want to run, they can just walk or get on their elliptical or get on their bike. And it's still a program. So I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited about the coach opportunity. And again, you've had 2 live opportunities to hear from me, Dallas, so far. We've got training tools in our Coach Online office. You have sample stuff in your Beachbody On Demand platform that you can be sending to people. If you do not want to run your own group, it's totally okay. You can come into the Project 100 group that I am running as long as you have all the requirements, because that is a group that's not focused on a program. I will be doing 30-day breakaway. Others in there are probably doing 80-day obsession. Others are doing morning meltdown. Others are doing something. It's all good. The group that I'm running around Project 100, which we'll talk about in just a minute, is not program centered. So if you have 2 or 3 customers or 2 or 3 coaches and you're doing 30-day breakaway, but you're like, I don't really want to run a group with just 2 people. Well, why would you? Tap into the power of a bigger group. Come on in to Project 100 as long as you've got all the requirements, and join the bigger group, because that is not program centered. That is habit centered. You have to move your body every day to be part of Project 100. Maybe you're moving your body in accordance with the 30-day breakaway plan. So any other questions? Any questions at all on 30-day breakaway or any of the materials that you have, or anything else that I can maybe point you in the right direction to get more information? If so, put them in the comments. None? Cool. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Project 100. So, y'all, oh my goodness. This is so crazy, because I have been writing in my affirmations for the last little while that I've been writing something I didn't necessarily feel, but I've been writing it in an I am statement, because as my friend Robert says, whatever comes after I am will be. So I have been writing it as my I am statement, but I wasn't necessarily feeling it until this idea came along. Well, do you know why this idea came along? Because I had been writing this in my affirmations for a while. I have been writing, I am calm, confident, and creative. I live in flow and abundance. I've been writing that in my affirmations for a while, because that is what I aspire to be. And that is the mindset that I have myself in. That random Sunday when I was working out to Morning Meltdown 100, the idea for Project 100 came into being. It just came to life because of it. So Okay, Monica, you're too late. I've moved on. We'll have to come back to your question. Moved on. You got to type faster. So Project 100 was born 2 weeks ago on a Sunday-ish. And it just came to me with the idea of how many days, what is the day where there are 100 days left in 2020? It was September 21st. And then what if we took away everything except these daily habits? Because here's what I think is happening, and listen really closely to me and tell me if you agree with this. Here's what I think is happening right now. We're in 6 months in to a pandemic. We are trying to figure out if we are homeschooling, virtual schooling, combo schooling, going to school. Some places, some states act like there's no pandemic whatsoever. When I talked to my brother in South Carolina, he's like, yeah, nothing's going on down here. I'm like, okay. And then other states, New York, whatever, are still, super strict. So we've got lots of, we're varying degrees on the spectrum, trying to figure out what is going on. And we have decision fatigue. We are tired of making decisions. We have had to make decisions about virtual school, homeschool curriculum, hybrid school. Should we go to school? Is there school? What does school even look like? Do we do soccer? Do we do lessons? Do we do dance? What if we do? If we do that, is that safe? Am I a bad parent? Am I a good parent? And it's all falling, for the most part, on the moms. And there is decision fatigue. We're tired of making decisions. So as I absorbed all of that and felt all of that, taking the temperature of this team, because y'all, what do you think I'm doing all the time when I'm talking to you and paying attention to what's going on? I'm paying attention to what's going on. There's decision fatigue. It's why I'm reading the New York Times. It's why I'm paying attention to pop culture. I'm paying attention so I can connect the dots and go, I can see this happening on my team. Okay? Nobody exists in a vacuum. So we've got all this decision fatigue. And then all of a sudden, because I'm writing down every day, I am calm, confident, and creative. I live in flow and abundance. That's what I'm writing every day, whether I feel that or not. One beautiful Sunday afternoon in the sunshine came this idea for Project 100. Do you know what Project 100 does? It eliminates decision fatigue. You don't have to think about what your habits have to be every day. I've lined them out for you. And together, we can create something greater than we ever would on our own. Together, we can create something greater than we ever would on our own. I have stripped away what you have to think about. There is no decision fatigue. I've stripped it away. You know that you have to get up. You have to have a morning routine. And in that morning routine needs to exist some sort of writing down, some sort of affirmations, goals, visions, dreams. Non-negotiable. We don't have to think about that. I don't have to think about brushing my teeth. Neither do you. You don't have to think about what you're doing in your morning routine because you know one of the items is I'm writing something down. Number one. Number two, you know you're going to move your body. And I've already told you I don't care what program you're doing. Do I think you should be doing 30-day Breakaway? I do because I think it's going to break through a lot of mindset beliefs. Absolutely. I think you should be doing it and I think you should be sharing it. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't freaking care what program you do. You better just move your body. Move your body. So number one, in your morning routine, you already know. There's no decision fatigue. I'm writing something down, my affirmations, my goals, my dreams, my visions. I'm moving my body. I'm drinking my shake. I'm getting in my personal development, and I'm tracking it all. I have eliminated what you need to think about in the morning. We have taken away decision fatigue. Think of this. Think of Project 100. Have you heard that Steve Jobs got up every day and put on the same black turtleneck and jeans every single day? It's why I wear like a black variation of black shirts and variations of black yoga pants and sneakers or whatever. Why is that? Why did Steve Jobs, one of the most brilliant minds on the planet, get up and put on the same basic clothes every single day? Why? What was he doing? What is the thought process behind that? I'll wait. Think about that. Why is he putting on the same clothes every single day? What has he just eliminated? I know I'm not on here by myself. Correct. He just eliminated making a decision about what he's going to wear. He just eliminated decision fatigue about what am I going to wear today? He eliminated that decision fatigue about what he's going to wear. So in the bandwidth of his brain, where could his energy go? I don't know, creating an Apple product that would change the course of the world. Which is more important, creating an Apple product that changes the course of the world or spending brain power thinking about what he's wearing? He eliminated decision fatigue right off the bat. When he got up in the morning, he just put on the same. I'm sure he had like 10. He's not wearing the same thing every day. It was clean. It was just the same thing. He didn't have to think about it. I have multiple variations of black shirts and black turtlenecks and gray shirts and gray turtlenecks. I have multiple variations of jean jackets and jeans and Adidas sneakers. And I just put it on. I don't really think about it. And it eliminates decision fatigue. So Project 100 is designed to eliminate decision fatigue, and it is designed to help you tap into the collective energy of everyone doing the same thing at the same time. Not the same time of day, but we're all on the same mission. And because we are together, we can do something greater than if we're all out running our own groups, doing our own thing, doing our own morning routine. No, you're going to get up every day and you're going to do your personal development. You're going to write your stuff down. You're going to drink your Energize. You're going to move your body. You're going to drink your shake and you're going to track it. Boom. That is done for you. So we've eliminated any kind of fatigue around what we do every day. How many of you on this Facebook Live right now who are doing Project 100, which should be all of you, even though I know it's not. How many of you that are on this Facebook Live right now who are doing Project 100 already from Monday to Tuesday already feel better than you did before we started? Already feel better. And better is a loose, vague term. It could be interpreted in multiple ways. Maybe you feel more confident. Maybe you feel more calm. Maybe you feel more on track. Whatever better means to you, how many of you feel better than you did before we started last Monday? Isn't it amazing? Are these habits anything new? Not really. I've just put a structure around them and I've eliminated decision fatigue. You don't have to think about if you're doing these 5 actions every single day. We've decided that we are, and this is what we do. I don't care what time you get up. I don't care what program you're doing. I don't care what flavor Shakeology you're drinking or what flavor Energize you're drinking. I don't care what book you're reading. But if you're not doing those activities and tracking them, then we have an issue because you're not growing as a human. Period. And then you're certainly not going to grow as a coach because you can't grow your business unless you grow yourself. So of course you feel better because we've eliminated decision fatigue. You know that this is what you're going to do, and then you're going to track it, and then here we go, and then we go on about our day. Yeah, I did a Soul Cycle class this morning, and it's just so interesting to me how much fitness can enhance how you feel. It's so interesting because I'm on this bike at 8 a.m. and moving my body and sweating, and I am smiling the entire time. And I already know that I've done my affirmations and my goals, and I know that I've done my personal development, and I'm going to go up and I'm going to do my shake and I'm going to do my reading, and I'm smiling the entire time because I feel so good. Then the first couple hours of my day, I've literally set up the entire day for success. I've already decided about it. talk about decision fatigue. It's like, okay, I don't have to rally myself anymore. You don't have to rally yourself anymore. I don't have to rally you. You are rallying you just by doing these activities. Like it just happens. And I'm on the bike and the music is playing and like the sweat is dripping and I'm smiling so big and I'm like, how does everyone not feel this? Simple actions done every single day. And if we do them for 100 days in a row, absolutely, we will be different people on the other side of it. That's what's so cool, because none of it is like these ginormous life overhauls. Now, let's talk about that on the other side of 100 days. Let's talk about what happens on January 1st. So on the day when most people will be like, okay, now I'm going to do something, brand new year, woo! You will have already set 100 days of foundation. You're going to be so light years ahead of everybody else that you are going to be able to reach your hand back and help them because you're so far down the road, because you've set this incredible foundation that you're going to be able to reach your hand back with experience and go, come on, I got you. I know what to do because I've been doing it for 100 days. You build up social proof. You build up credibility. You build up confidence in yourself enough so that you can reach your hand back and go, come on, I got you. We got this. We're good. We're going to start 2021 fresh because you've done it for 100 days. Y'all, I mean, how much more social proof or credibility do you need to change your life? If you track this stuff every single day for 100 days, you're golden. You can do anything because you kept the promise to yourself. That's the most important promise of all. And then you get to reach back and go, come on. I know some days are harder than others, but it's all good. I got you. And here we go. So as you think about January 1, as you think about January, as you think about 2021, you think about this new year and you think about where you are now, and you might be thinking about some goals that you want to achieve throughout 100 days. They could be small. They could just be, I want to finish 3 books in the next 100 days. Awesome. I want to, maybe they're business goals. I want to advance my business. I want to advance my rank. Whatever it might be, whatever your goals are. I mean, it's no secret that I feel strongly this team should be a double superstar, top 10 elite team. Should have happened this year. Okay, well, here we are. Cool. That's no secret that we should be a double superstar, top 10 team. Period. But rather than waiting for that to happen, and then me saying, okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to lead a double superstar top 10 team. Now I have the energy to do that. What if I thought about, if I was leading a double superstar top 10 team, how would my personal energy be? What would I be doing? And rather than wait for that to happen, what if I just started showing up like that right now? What if that was the energy and the actions and the belief and the confidence and the calm and the creativity and the flow and the abundance and all that I want to live in? What if I just started showing up like that right now? What would happen to that goal? Do you think it would be much more likely that I would achieve that goal? Because here's what's happening with all of us, because we're humans and this is what we do. No different than anyone who's not a coach. They get up on January 1, they're like, now I'm ready for motivation. Come on down. Come on. And then once I get motivated, then I'm going to take action. Friends, it doesn't work that way. And as coaches, you should know better. It doesn't work that way. What goal do you want to achieve? Let's just say some of you are on a weight loss journey. Okay, so let's say by December 31st, you want to use Project 100 to help you dig into your nutrition. You want to lose 10 pounds. Awesome goal. What do those 10 pounds mean to you? What does that signify to you? And what if you started showing up as that person right now who's 10 pounds lighter, who's already at that goal weight, whatever that might be, or has already achieved that goal? What does that person who's lost 10 pounds, how are they showing up differently than you are right now? What if your goal is to read 3 books between now and December 31st? What is that person that has read those 3 or 4 or 5 books? How are they showing up? What have they learned and how are they showing up differently because of that? And could you just show up right now like that? Because if you're waiting for the energy to then achieve the goal, you're missing the journey. In the journey, in the daily activities, that's where we get to decide our energy. That's where we get to create our energy. Just getting on that bike this morning and soaking that, like putting my own mask on first and taking all that in, created more energy than had I not done that. It was the action that came before the energy, but then I chose the energy that I wanted to take from that. What if you just started showing up as the person that you want to be on January 1 right now, today, September 29th? Everyone's got decision fatigue. Everyone's carrying weight. Everyone's experienced extreme loss. And I mean everyone, even my 19-year-old, my children, everyone's experienced loss. But as Jessie shared with me yesterday, something that she learned in a class that she's taking, because Jessie, my youngest, is in IIN, the nutrition school. And they talked about expectations versus intentions. What's your intention with this business? And what are your expectations? Well, for Jessie, when she thought about her expectations was that she expected to be back in New York City. She expected to be Sandy in Greece, the lead as a freshman in March. She expected to be performing somewhere this summer, and she expected to be back in New York City for her sophomore year at Marymount Manhattan, deep in the heart of New York City, performing her little heart out. Those are her expectations. But her intentions for what she wants to do with her life is that she wants to be creating art. She wants to be communicating through art. She wants to be singing. And her intention, she wants to be singing and dancing and communicating and creating art and learning and growing every day. Well, just because her expectations have changed, does that mean her intention for her life has changed? No. She still wants to sing and dance and create art every single day. It just happens to be that it's in her basement right now, rather than in New York City. But her intention hasn't changed. What's your intention with your business? What do you want it to do in your life? And maybe your expectations for where you would be in your business now, in any other year, maybe they haven't quite been met. Maybe you thought you'd be at a different rank or something would be different in your business. And here we are on September 29th. And the expectation is, it's not happening. You know, you thought your kids would be back in school full time and you'd have more time to dive into your business and whatever. But okay. Jessie thought she'd be back in New York City. Josie thought she'd be back in New York City. You know, okay. But what are your intentions with this business? Are your intentions anywhere aligned with mine, which are to create legacy and impact and income, to change the lives of as many people as I possibly can, including my family? That's my intention with this business. So maybe we're not a double superstar top 10 team, but maybe if I start showing up like the leader who is that already, and maybe if I stay tapped into my intention with this business, which is to work with high vibe women and help them create legacy and impact and income, then maybe I can adjust my expectations and I'll actually find something even greater than I thought I would at this time. What are your intentions with the business? And where is your energy? And what do you hope to achieve at the end of 100 days? What do you hope to achieve at the end of this year? And what if you started showing up as that person? Because it's a weird feeling. We've got these 2 days left in September, and we've got 3 months left in 2020. So it's like there's no time, and yet there's all the time. We have 3 months left in 2020. The year that both feels like it just started and will never end. It's the most surreal year ever. You haven't achieved a goal yet? Well, freaking get to work, because maybe you can. Maybe you can. We were so far from an elite team last year at the end of October, and yet somehow at the end of last year, we finished as a 10-time elite team. Get to work. Make a different decision. Eliminate the fatigue around the decisions that you're making that have no importance and no bearing. Put a structure, an operating system in your life like Project 100 that eliminates that fatigue, and then make decisions that really count. Like, what's my mindset? What's my energy? What are my intentions with this business? And am I living up to them? Am I keeping the promise I made to myself? Am I keeping the promise I made to my coaches, to my family? It's always interesting to me, the people who say, well, I can't get my family on board. I can't get my family on board. I can't get my spouse to support me, whatever that looks like or means. I can't get my family on board. And it makes me wonder often if those people have been toe dippers and dabblers, and they've kind of gone after something and then pulled back, and gone after something and pulled back, and gone after something and pulled back. And so now their family just doesn't believe them at all for anything. What if Project 100? What if the next 3 months of this year are an opportunity to prove to yourself what a freaking badass you are, how strong you are, what you want to do with this business? What if they're an opportunity to prove to your family that, yeah, you are in this for the long haul. I'm here for the long play, as Carl said. What if it's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you keep promises to yourself? What if it's an opportunity to create the energy that you want to create on purpose, with purpose, rather than waiting till a new year or waiting for someone to give you permission or stepping back again? What if it's an opportunity to lean in and do more? And on the other side of 100 days, blow your own mind with what you just did. What if it's an opportunity for that? How can you enlarge your goals and your dreams? How can you make them bigger? We don't get this time back. It doesn't matter if there's a pandemic, an election year, none of it matters. We don't get this time back. Just like any other year, any other day, any other whatever, we don't get the time back. So are we just waiting it out? Checking a box to try to get to what? To what, January 1st? Like the world's suddenly going to change on January 1st? The world's only going to change if we change. If you want a different world that you live in, you personally, that's all your perception. Well, that's all your energy, because everything is energy. So why are we waiting until January 1st to show up as the person that we want to be? Why don't we start showing up as that person now, and then continue to create it over the next 100 days by eliminating decisions that don't really matter, by plugging into an operating system that eliminates that decision fatigue, by plugging into a team, by staying so consistent with our habits that we can't help but create change. What if we did that? Here's the thing. I wrote this down this morning, so I want to read it exactly as I wrote it. Are you using this 100-day opportunity to dig out your limiting beliefs and to finally show up as the human that you are and that you can become? Or are you just checking boxes on a tracker? Let me read that again. I want you to think about it. Are you using this 100-day opportunity to really dig out your limiting beliefs and finally show up as the human being that you are and that you can become? Or are you just checking boxes on a tracker? Read my 10 pages, check. Did my workout, check. Got to the end of my life, check. What are we doing with the next 100 days? What are you doing with the next 100 days? Are you using it as an opportunity, again, to eliminate the fluff and eliminate the excuses and eliminate all the fatigue around making decisions, which is very real, y'all. It's very real. Can you use the next 100 days to eliminate any friction in your life and dig into these habits that will make every part of your life better? Every part of your life better. Can you eliminate the friction I don't care if you get up and wear the same workout outfit every single day from now till January 1st. Who cares? If that makes your life easier and eliminates decision fatigue. I don't care. Can you use these next 100 days to become the person that you are meant to be? Or are you just checking boxes? Only you know. Only you know. Know that we all have decision fatigue. Everyone does. Cool. We're all sitting at the table of decisions. Decisions are us. We've all driven into Crazy Town and taken up, we are residents of Crazy Town in 2020, and we're sitting at the decisions are us table. Here we are. But what if we said, I'm done. And we pushed ourselves back from that table, hitchhiked our way out of Crazy Town and said, no. Actually, I'm in calm and confident town. I am in control town. That's where I'm going. I am getting in my car and I am driving to calm and confident town. And I'm going to do it through these simple habits, and I'm going to do it every single day. And I'm going to leverage this team because together we can do things greater than we'd ever do on our own. And I am tired of holding myself back with my limiting beliefs and my excuses, and my life's harder than everybody else's. And I'm just going to get in my car and drive to the life that I want to live. And I'm going to show up as that person today. What if we did that? How awesome would the last 3 months of this year be? How much more awesome would it be if we did that than if we sat in Crazy Town at Decisions Are Us? Because that place sucks. There's no sale on decisions. No. There's no buy one, get one. None of that. That place sucks. Let's get out of Crazy Town. That is a decision that we can make. We are moving out of Crazy Town. We are moving into calm and control town. We are moving into this is the person I want to be town. We are moving into I am taking control of my life town. I'm sitting in the driver's seat town. That's the town that we're moving into. That is a decision that you can make, and that is one decision that is worth making. Because when you make that decision, so many others fall by the wayside. My mantra right now is, how can I reduce all friction in my life? In any way. It's why I'm purging and organizing so much. How can I reduce friction in my life in any way? You know, the smallest little actions that can I rearrange my cup cupboard so when I get my cup in the morning, there's less friction. That's what I want. Flow and abundance and calm and confidence and control. I'm in control of everything. So are you. So reduce the friction in your life. Get yourself into your car, drive out of Crazy Town and drive into I am in control town, and reduce the friction in your life. Because you're worth it. So is your business, so are your goals, so are your dreams. That's why in Project 100, you got to write them down every single day. Because if you write them down every single day, you'll want to make them come true. Every single day when I write down I am calm, confident, and creative, I become more calm, confident, and creative. Every single day when I write down I am an exceptional leader, that's a heavy word, isn't it? I become closer to the kind of leader I want to be. That's not happening unless I'm writing that down. Every day when I write down, I lead a double superstar, top 10 elite team, we get closer to being that. Every day when I write down, I live in flow and abundance, we get closer to that. Every day when I write down, I live in Golden Oak and I host retreats for my high vibe women at my home in Golden Oak, I get closer to that. That doesn't happen unless I'm writing it down. It doesn't happen if I'm sitting at the Decisions Are Us table in Crazy Town. Get in your car, drive out of Crazy Town, get over to taking control, make that one decision so the other decisions go out of your way, plug into the team, plug into the resources, take control. 3 months left. No time and all the time. But you get to decide how you spend it. No matter if it's 3 days or 3 months. And friends, we know, none of this is guaranteed. None of it. So let's take control. Let's do more than just check boxes on a tracker. Let's do more than just show up on social media. You know, I went to Rachel Hollis's Rise conference last year in Dallas. It was awesome. Great, stadium filled with women. And I thought to myself, you know what? This is the Scorpio cynical person in me. Because as I was hoping, my gosh, at that stadium, it wasn't a stadium, like like basketball arena, an arena filled with women. If all these women truly went home and did all the things that are sitting on their heart that they want to do, we literally could change the world, because that's how powerful women are. But probably 85% of those women went, rah, 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 Rachel, you're so awesome, and went home and did nothing. And 15% of the women at that conference probably went home and actually did something. And this team, this network, this world, it's no different. 85% of you will listen to this and go, yes, and do nothing. And 15% of you will go, yes, and do something. Be that 15%. Out of all the coaches in the network, be that 15%. Because all it is a decision. The coaches, the women, the people that do something, they're not any more skilled than anybody else. I mean, yes, Steve Jobs was brilliantly smart, but he was also really socially awkward. Not everybody has it all together, Nobody's better than anybody else. No one's got it all figured out. Make a decision. Do the thing. Take action. Keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple. Eliminate the friction. Plug into your team. Stay connected to your team. And then tomorrow you're going to see me post this on my social media. I'm going to ask it of you now because you get the sneak peek. 3 questions I want you to be asking yourself this week, today. Journal about it, whatever. Every single day. What am I going to learn? How will I grow? What can I give? What will I learn? How will I grow? What can I give? The questions are in this order for a reason, because these 2, they're about you. Put your own mask on first. What can you learn? How can you grow? You got to do that first. Then, how can I give? Because once you've taken care of you, you're in a much better position to do this. Once we take care of us, once every single day we get up and do these simple habits and we show people the power in these simple habits, we're going to be able to reach our hand back and go, come on, we gotcha. Let's go. Let's go. And we're going to get them in the car with us, and we're all driving out of crazy town into a future that we create on purpose with purpose. Yeah, I hope you're with me, because I only work with high vibe people. I only work with women who put their crowns on. High vibe people. I ain't got time to work with people who are dragging. So get your crown on. Get your vibe high. Plug in. Make a decision. Get in the car. Let's go. Make it a great last 2 days of September. Thursday, October 1st. New month, new quarter. Let's drive ourselves into Control Town. See you guys later.